All right, back to our top story now about the tensions running high in Lenasia, south of Johannesburg, where residents, there's an intense standoff between residents of the area and the Johannesburg Metro Police. And we have our reporter there who is tracking the story for us. A very good afternoon to you, Neria. We certainly hope that you're able to hear us now. Just take us through what's happening from your vantage point.
Good afternoon to you, Simpiwe. Of course, residents here at Phumlamqashi are still unhappy with what happened this morning when officials came here to cut the water situation, to cut illegal water connections in the area. They do, of course, admit that yes, they are connected illegally, but the process at which it happened is what they are not happy about. Among other things, they're saying there's no contingency plans. Now they are without water. What needs to happen now? But when we spoke to some of the residents also, they indicated that the police are being very violent towards their community. They're very violent towards them. Among other things that happened this morning, you do know that rubber bullets were fired, and this community is claiming that at least 5 of the community members here have been transported to the nearest hospital. But I want to bring in again another community leader just to speak to us about their plans, because they have been here since morning. Thank you so much for your time, Sbu. You've been here since morning. It seems like you are planning to be here the whole day. And why are you so unhappy? Because one thing for sure is that you are illegally connected.
No, as much as we can understand that, it's 7 years that this connection has been existing. And in that case, you need to understand that you cannot just disconnect people and do not give them an alternative. So these people, they showcased this morning cutting water of 17,000 households without notification and also without giving them an alternative. So we want to have an answer. Where will they get water?
But when we speak, as I'm thinking right now, as I'm speaking to you, the minister did indicate that Gauteng as a whole is facing a water crisis. And to sort that issue out, among other things, is water throttling and cutting all these illegal connections. Does that not matter to you?
It does matter. You are right. We have addressed this issue. We have set about several meetings together with Johannesburg Water. We are standing today here because we have an agreement with the director of NAD that when they do so, they will do that section by section. They will come on ground, we call the people, we address them, they cut off that particular section, they fix it, and we move to another section. In that way, peacefully so, not what happened this morning.
But are you willing to now start paying for water, because already you're unhappy with this, the cut of the illegal connections? Are you happy to be paying now for water?
This community is more willing to do everything accordingly.
And one of the community members was also indicating the fact that you'd want the Premier to come on the ground to address. What exactly do you want him to address?
No, not the Premier, actually the Mayor or the Speaker's office. Reason being, the councillor, we called the councillor when this incident took place this morning. The councillor mentioned that she knows nothing about. Lucky enough, on the last meeting that we had with Johannesburg Water, we were part of that meeting. So we could attest what actually transpired on that meeting. So the councillor said, as much as you don't know, I don't know. And she then drove to Johannesburg Water depot to ask. And the management in that particular depot told her that they have nothing about this thing, they know nothing about this thing. This is an instruction that is coming from the higher office, which is Braamfontein. That is why we need the leadership that is managing in that office in Braamfontein to tell us why.
Thank you so much for your time, Sbu. I'm just going to ask my colleague Temba also, just to show you the situation. I'm going to try get out of shot. A lot of community members are out here, but we're also seeing police barricading the roads, basically closing the roads off just to ensure that motorists can move and cars can pass in the area. It was tense this morning. Rubber bullets were fired, but the community is clear that they will not leave the area. They will not stop this protest until they are addressed by the mayor, just to get an understanding as to what needs to happen. But it's clear from them also that they're saying it's not a problem. They're willing to pay for the water, but they want the procedure at which this water cuts are happening to. They need to understand how it happens and why it happened, and it should be done in a way where there are contingency plans. We will be here and monitoring the ground, and of course we'll see if anyone will come to address this community.